And there are persons from Jamaica who may be wanting to travel to countries with an increasing infection rate. We would advise strongly against that at this time. Non-essential travel is not recommended. The government is leading by example. No ministerial approval for non-essential travel. In fact, it must be a dire emergency for my pen to go on the paper to say approved for travel. The Cabinet Secretary has also been informed, and therefore the entire civil service is also on that rule, and in fact the larger public sector is on that rule. No non-essential travel. Have I covered everything? Yes. So, generally, I think that based upon the plans that we have had in place, based upon the response so far, we have been handling this crisis fairly well. I must make mention of the financial provisions that have been made by the Minister of Finance, who did an excellent job yesterday in Parliament in presenting a budget that some persons say it was such a well-balanced and well-presented budget. It's a landmark in the financial planning of the country. But what we should also note is that it is a budget that is designed for resilience, and it has taken into consideration the threat that we face for COVID-19. We are in this position today financially because of the sacrifices the Jamaican people have made. The workers, the businesses, the average man and woman. And we are not about to squander it. So we're going to be using the resources in a way to ensure that Jamaica can recover rapidly from this crisis, and that whatever way we can cushion the fallout from the crisis, that we will do our best. And I again congratulate the Minister of Finance for his presentation. The World Health Organization has now declared this a pandemic. And of course, the sense is that it is now a global epidemic. It is in almost every country. And from history, we know that pandemics have certain phases, and we know the measures that should be taken to contain. And Jamaica is doing all of those measures now. And I believe that we have followed the WHO and PAHO. We have followed the standard practices, and in my opinion, when I read their base protocols, we are sometimes over and above. And we are doing that to ensure that we protect the public health and safety. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have other questions to ask, but I'm going to ask the Minister of Health if he would like to give some overview on the issues that have occurred since his last update to the nation.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank the Prime Minister for his leadership and the Cabinet members, many of whom are present here, for the support to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Of course, the Permanent Secretary and CMO are here, but there are others who are seated in the audience. As the Prime Minister said, this is a matter of utmost importance, and the Cabinet has deliberated and taken some decisions which was announced by him. In terms of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we continue to track the situation on a daily basis, and we do that not just from the head offices of the ministry, but in consultation with a range of ministry personnel right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, as well as our bilateral and multilateral partners, PAHO, WHO, but also some countries, bilateral partners that we engage in discussions with from time to time. I want to report that from the public health perspective, we have a plan. We have observed the spread of the virus since January, and frankly speaking, it has played out according to our expectations. Initially, it was about how we delay the possibility of it coming here. So it was about prevention, which is why the border protection, patrol, coordination was so important, both our sea and airports. We anticipated that the day would come because we are an open society when we would have imported cases that were picked up elsewhere and brought in. And you're now witnessing the second such case, having confirmed that case today. And there is the possibility, because this is a cycle of these types of public health threats, and we see that playing out in a number of countries around the world, over 120 to date, that there is going to be the next phase, which is the community spread, meaning persons who are here passing it on to others who are here within their community. Well, hope not in this room as of now, but hopefully not. In fact, the CMO will speak briefly on a few cases that we now have in isolation, and that may signal, depending on the test results, that spread would have started. We hope not, but we're being as transparent as possible. When that community spread begins.
So, big up to my people, them, you know. I realize a couple of them check in on the live here, but I never did that here, you know. Sorry about that still. My apology. So, basically, the Prime Minister live now talking about the COVID-19, which is the coronavirus. Now on TV, actually just see Dr. Christopher Tufton. So basically, this live press basically is about a second case that is being reported. So this is a second case we have now in Jamaica. So them say them have other persons in isolation. But them are sure about if them have it yes or no, but yeah. So but just want people them just go on take care of yourself. Washing your hand regular. Me don't putting your hand in your face and them thing there. Take care of your family with their own, you know. Me, kind of time like this, all of us have to come together. And we just have to love each other and help take care of each other. See me I say? So big up to all of my people them. Once more. You can stay tuned for your next update shortly, cause I'm gonna post some things, cause them actually want to close down the schools them as well, but they have to go through certain protocols before them can do that. So we keeping up to date on what happen. So blessings again, my people. You see me?